Welcome to our Haltech Elite Live Training Part 3 with our K24 swapped Honda Civic. Now in the last video, we got our engine fired up, we have it running, we have our idle controls sorted out, so we're ready now to take a look at doing the part throttle calibration process for fuel and spark timing. We're going to be taking a look at integrating our Megalog Viewer HD software so we can build a custom histogram based on the data that we're collecting right into our Haltech data log. So this is going to be a relatively seamless process, but it's going to be allowing us to populate and tune our main fuel table much quicker. This is going to be an essential tool if you're going to be doing the calibration process off a chassis dyno, but even if you're going to be using your calibration process on a dyno, it's still going to save you a lot of time. So we're going to be exploring how to do that. We're going to have a lot to learn, so let's jump into our live training session so we can get started. Welcome back to our live training with our K24 swapped EG Civic running Haltech Elite 2500. In the last video, we got our engine fired up, we checked the timing with a timing light, we built a TDC offset trigger angle table so that our timing was tracking as we were going up in engine RPM, our timing was consistent. We checked out getting our fuel sorted out using our fuel correction and scalar amounts based on our fixed ethanol content we're telling the Haltech that we're running, which is roughly 70%. We got all of the fuel delivery sorted out. We didn't have to do really much of anything here with the table. The base table had reasonable values to start off with, which is the beauty of using a volumetric efficiency system. Any engine, as long as we're defining all of the key parameters, injector data, displacement, and the number of cylinders, it can sort out then the fuel delivery based on knowing all the other things like our injector data, and if we have fuel pressure is coming in, we signed fuel pressure to our injector data, so it's very, very accurate. So this fuel model here is relatively reasonable. We don't really have to do a whole lot. Now we do want to go through and actually check this, and we need to tune it. That's what we're going to be doing in this video. We're going to focus on doing part throttle tuning. So part throttle cruise tuning. And the volumetric efficiency table here, this is going to be throttle position based. We're going to be doing this alpha N. So 50% throttle and lower is where we're going to focus on in this video. So we're going to essentially slice away the order of operations of where we're going to be running our engine at, and then 65 to 100% throttle, that's going to be more for the high load full throttle tuning that we're going to be doing in the next video. So we're just going to be trying to break this down into more simplified tuning tasks so it's more digestible if you're learning how to do all of this. If we jump in here, now we do have a couple things I want to mention here. We do have two VE tables, one table here, or table here, we can see the dot here is at 0. That's for low cam operation. We're going to find we have a 1 here. That's for our high cam operation. This is our cam switch status, the raw status, either on or off. 0 being off, 1 being on. So 0 means no VTEC. The VTEC function's off. This is the table that we're going to be working with. So we've also disabled our VTEC. So we're going to be just focusing on our part throttle cruising in non-VTEC operation. We've also zeroed out the cam angle target table. So if we bump down in here, we're going to find that we have our target angle. We've zeroed this entire table out. So we're just, again, stripping away all the different layers of the way a K-series would operate. So the VTEC, the variable cam, those are going to be adding more confusion in here. So we're just going to be doing things one portion at a time in the calibration process. So you can see the cause and effect by making your changes, and it's going to be just simplifying everything. So you're not going to be doing everything at one time. So again, you'll understand kind of what we're doing and what we're accomplishing by changing the values. And let's jump up here in a couple other things I want to point out. Under the ignition angle table here, we do have two tables as well. So we're going to have a table 0 and a table 1. Same thing's going to happen here for part throttle. So we're going to have our cruising part throttle on our low cam or 0 table here. This is going to be what we focus on this video. So we're going to be sorting out essentially our cruise area here in spark timing. And then in the next video, when we do wide open throttle tuning, we're going to be sorting out our last few columns here. That's more of our high load. We've started off with values at 15 degrees in our non-VTEC table here, so the 0 table. Again, we have 0 and 1 in the 0 table here, so that we don't have to worry about knock or pre-ignition occurring as we're calibrating our fuel. This is always what I suggest that you do. Start off with low spark timing values, tune out your base fuel table here, get that sorted out, making sure that your short term, because we're in closed loop, making sure that your short term trim is as close to 0 as possible. Once we know this table is well tuned, then we can jump back into our spark timing table and we can start to experiment with our values in here and optimize them so we're getting close to maximum or at maximum brake torque so we can achieve the most amount of efficiency and throttle response and torque output from our engine, again, in the cruising situation. So we're looking essentially in these columns right here. So let's go fire up the engine right now and let's start our process. We are going to be capturing our data, and we're going to be going here and taking our data logs. We're going to be taking the data from here. We're going to be opening it up into our Megalog Viewer. We're going to be working with the histogram feature that we covered in our training course. I did add that video here in the last probably month or so into the training course, 2 months in the training course. We're going to go and build out a custom histogram overlay here. Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here, and you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.